This is an interview with Chieko Kojima, a 40-year founding member of Kodo Taiko in Japan, filmed at the Kodo Taiko Training Center on Sado Island in the Sea of Japan. Chieko-san paved the way for females to play an equal role in taiko drumming, as well as created a dance style for taiko 20 years ago. In this interview, you will learn about Kodo Taiko, hear Chieko's journey, and get an up-close tour of all the drums used by Kodo Taiko, as well as see a few performance clips. Hey everybody, Dan Schinder here on Drum Talk TV with continued coverage of not just Earth Celebration event, but the Kodo Taiko troupe. It's just an amazing experience, and I want to introduce our wonderful special guest, Chieko Kojima. How are you?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having us here. And I want to introduce our wonderful translator, Chiara. Thank you, Chiara, so much for your help.
Thank you.
This is a very, very pivotal and pinnacle year for Chieko because you've been with Kodo for 40 years. You're one of the founding members, right?
Yes. そうですね.
Yes, that's very
And
true.
it's your 20th anniversary of you coming up with the dance style of play, correct?
Yes, そうです.
Great.
Yes,
We'll get to that in just a moment. 40 years is longer than most people ever stay with any company in any industry, let alone in music. What has kept you so faithful and so attached to Kodo for 40 years?
この40年間す
You
ご
can
い
speak up,
長いです。この40年間すごい長いです。結構。
はい。そうね。もう毎日辞めたいと思ったのはもうずっと続いていたんですけれども、私はその理想的に鼓動というものが太鼓もあり、歌もあり、踊りもあり、そして男の人も女の人もみんながいて、それがパーフェクトな形だと思ってました。
When I started in Kodo, there were many times that I did want to quit, but I kept on going because I was going for a goal, for this perfect version, or as perfect as possible version of Kodo where men and women go together, and it's not just taiko but also other music, and all of this coming together, and looking towards that goal is what kept me going.
はい。
Were you a musician before you joined Kodo 40 years ago?
No.
No? So what attracted you to Taiko and what attracted you to Kodo?
でtaikoとKodoに興味を持ったのはなぜでしょうか。
はい。私は若い時に何をしたいかを探してまして。
When I was younger, I was looking for a road, for a way, something that I wanted to do with my life.
はい。
Oh, so it became your sought-out path.
で自分の道になったんです。
そう、アートが大好きだったから自分の生きることをなんか表現したかったんですね。
So she loved art, and so she was looking for some way to express herself.
And 40 years ago, was it not common for women to be part of taiko drumming?
40年前、その女性は太鼓に入ってる、普通でしたか、もうちょっと珍しい。
オンデコ座っていう時代がまずありました。
So before Kodo existed as it does now, there was a group called Ondekoza.
そうですね。私はそのオンデコ座を見て、その時に太鼓がすごくかっこよくって、この太鼓をやりたいと思って入ったところが、オンデコ座は太鼓は男の人だけ。女性は踊りってなってました。
So at that time, she saw Ondekoza perform and just thought the drumming was so amazing. But at that time, it was only men doing drumming, and then women were dancing.
And you changed that, right?
いや、はい。変えた？
それで変わりました。
はい。
ご自身が入ってそれで変わりましたか？
はい。オンデコ座自体は踊り手としてすごく頑張って踊りが大好きになったんですね。
By entering Ondekoza at that time and starting to dance, I just fell in love with dance.
その後に鼓動になってからもう世の中にあちこちにも太鼓やる人がいっぱい全世界に増えました。
Since the appearance of Kodo as it is now, around the world, there have been more and more taiko groups appearing.
Yeah.
And more with women?
No, そう。女の人も一緒に男のように叩いてたの。
And so now there's, yes, women are drumming right along with men.
Okay, and when you came onto the scene 40 years ago, did women slowly kind of seep into the scene, or did it take a while and then it was eventually accepted, so women sought it out? Or how did that transition happen in a timeline sense?
Okay. 40年前、ちょっと女性と
日本の太鼓は民族芸能としての太鼓は、ほとんどが女性は叩けなかったですね。
So, because taiko comes from folk music, and this was often related to some sacred things as well, women were not basically allowed to play.
Just dance.
Just
right?
dance, but this is just in general, for like, because it comes from festivals and sacred festivals, and so men were the ones at the drum.
Right. So 40 years later, and I know recently since, when you see young ladies and other women drumming in taiko, in kodo, and you see other women in other taiko troops, how does that make you feel? Do you see yourself in them?
で今も女性がコドにも入った。
そうね、すっごく羨ましくて。
She's very jealous.
Oh, why?
そう Why? だって前は私は女性をすごく損だ、女性であって本当に損しちゃったなと思った。because 太鼓叩けないから。
Because at the time couldn't play the taiko, she actually felt, oh, it's not great to be a woman because I don't get to play.
だけどみんなもうほとんどが差別なく普通の人は男のように叩いていたんですね。それを見て羨ましいと思ったけど、私はもう一度太鼓を自分の夢、太鼓を叩きたいという夢を鼓動になってから実現したいと思った時に、その男のスタイルじゃなくってどこにもない女性だよ、女性だしかできない、そういうような太鼓の表現をしたかったの。
そうですね。So there was a change where women started playing as men in the same style, but she felt that she was looking for something else, for a way for women to perform taiko in a way that was unique to women.
I see. And we've seen some amazing young ladies play with kodo a couple days ago on stage. And now having the honor to meet you and knowing that you carved that way, opened that path for them, it's part of a very long legacy. And I don't just mean in length of time, but the journey of what it took for those women, those young ladies, to be able to play with the men in the same type of presentation and in the same equality of way of playing as we did the other night, which I think is just spectacular. Just amazing, yeah.
女性はね、今は世界中の太鼓のやってる方は女性は多いですよ。
Actually, around the world now, there's a lot more women doing. Actually, it's more women, maybe even than men, doing taiko.
そう。
Well, all because of you.
そうね、
Yeah.
もう勇ましい、もう全部やってるよ。もう同じようにマッチョブーム。
I was doing the same as the guys.
Yeah. And let's talk about the dance style that you created 20 years ago. Yeah, what is the name of that again?
What?
花八条について
太鼓？
はい、ご自身のスタイル。
はい、私は踊りをずっと練習してきて、踊り手としてオンデコ座時代、そしてコドになってから多分10年ぐらいやってきたんですね。
So from the time it was still ondekoza to kodo, she was a dancer and was working hard on her dancing for about a period of 10 years.
Oh. And what was it that gave you the epiphany to connect the two, to connect your style of dance or create a style of dance to mix in with the taiko drumming? Was it a dream? Were you very methodical about architecting that, or did it just come to you?
ご自身のスタイル作るとき、どんな？
はい、花っていう言葉は日本の フラワーですね、そのお花。
In Japanese, so her style is called hana hachijo, and hana means flower in Japanese.
はい。で、八丈は八丈島のリズムをいただいたので、八丈アイランドの。
And there's an island called Hachijojima, and for that style they are using the rhythms from Hachijojima Island, hence hana hachijo.
はい。
Nice.
このお花は自分それまでの女性ですごく損だったなとか、いろんな心の歴史のそういう思いが太鼓を通じて自分の人生、女性としてのお花を太鼓に咲かせたいなっていうの花。
Okay, so through her experiences from thinking that it was perhaps not positive thing to be a woman in the world of taiko, she wanted to sort of grow from that and then show the skill of women and all of her experiences through her performances. So almost like a flower blossoming.
Beautiful. It fits perfectly. Yeah.
完璧なフィットですね。
And in the 20 years, how much has your style of dance evolved in those 20 years with taiko?
はい、最初は演奏だけ、普通に演奏するだけでしたけれども、一昨日見ていただいたのはその太鼓を物語の中に、差し込んで、はい。
So it first started out as more of performing. So much like you see on stage, just sort of, well, not just, but playing the drums. And then it evolved into bringing this taiko into the story that she is trying to express through her performances.
Beautiful. And let's talk about Kodo. How much has Kodo evolved in the style of music they play and the way they present the storytelling in the 40 years since you helped found the organization? What has changed the most since 40 years ago till today?
この40年間をかけて、
はい、そうね。鼓動っていうものが一つの命だとしたら、オンデコ座時代に生まれて、人の成長のようにどんどん変化をしていったと思います。
So much like if you're going to compare it to like a human life, so Ondekoza when it was still just born, and now over the course of 40 years it has grown and improved, just like humans.
そうね。一つ一つ細胞、人間の体を作る時の細胞はどんどん入れ替わっていって、鼓動っていう命は一つあるからはあるけど、中を構成する一つ一人が変わっていってる。
So much like the human body, it's still kodo, but this different cells, the different people come in and go out, and so organically it changes throughout the years with all of those people and changes.
That's beautiful. And I want to say to you drummers, other musicians, appreciators of music, if you've never seen taiko being presented live, and I mean not just live in person, but on film or video on stage, it's a whole different musical experience. In fact, I think that it's probably the most telling storytelling in music. And the most interesting thing about that is that it's all percussion with the exception of a couple melodic instruments like flutes and maybe a stringed instrument here and there. And that's about it for the most part, maybe a horn here and there. But it's really all percussion, yet it's the most storytelling. And what Chieko has done with dance has really amplified that whole spirit of what taiko really does for the viewer and even for the listener if you're not watching it. So on that note, no pun intended, I want to ask her, for someone who has never seen taiko performed, how would you describe it to inspire them to take the time, buy a ticket, and go to a concert and experience one of the most exhilarating musical performances that exists?
太鼓は一回も見たことない、全然ご存じない方に、
音は耳で聞こえるんですけども、太鼓の音は心に響くね。体全部に、床から空気から全部だからもうそこまでつけていた お洋服殻が全部ポロポロポロポロ取れるの。みんな聞くことで魂がもう真っ白っていうか何もカバーないようなそういうような状態になれると思います。
Wow. Okay, so unlike other music, you hear it with your ears, but in the case of taiko, you feel it. You don't just hear it, you feel it. It almost like cleanses you and it goes into your soul, almost pure, she says, almost purifying your soul through the beats, through the music.
Absolutely. Oh, that's beautiful. A couple more questions
Hi.
for people can get to know you more personally. What other styles of music have you enjoyed over the years, either playing or listening to?
聞いたことある好きな音楽ありますか？
ありますよ。
Yes.
もうドラムだったらばアフリカンドラム好きだし、
She
Oh.
loves African
もう
drums.
大体その民族が持っているリズム、例えばもちろんアフリカ、あと今回は韓国の方たち、もうサウスアメリカ、もういろんなところにいろんな人たちの持っているリズムがあるんですが、それに触れるのがもう大好き。
So she loves really the folk music, the local music. So besides Africa, but also South America, and like the guests from yesterday from Korea.
Korea.
So you really feel the soul, you feel the beats of those various countries through their traditional drumming.
You mentioned the taiko troupe that were your guests yesterday from Korea. What did you think of their dancing?
もうね私たち日本のリズム的にはこう縦乗りっていうんですね。こうなんかこうまっすぐ。でも方たちの何ですかね、揺れるね。こう体の動きもね3秒とかなんですかね。もう違うね。
The samonori, like in Japan, rhythm tends to be, she says, almost straight kind of rhythm. But the samonori troops rhythm was like kind of almost, a wave of sound, just like probably a third beat. And it's very different that way, and it's just, very enveloping.
Nice. Now it's time for the Chieko Fun Fact.
ちょっと全然違う質問聞きます。
When you're not drumming, when you're not dancing, when you're not teaching, when you're not having anything to do with music, what do you like to do?
趣味ですか？何がやるのが好きですか？
Yes。難しいな。
That's hard.
趣味は主婦です。
I enjoy being a housewife.
Oh,
はい、それはもうリフレッシュするために。
It's very refreshing.
oh, that's great. Do you have kids?
子供さん
Yes.
How many?
One.
One. Do you want more?
Yes, I have 2 cats.
Okay, because if you want more children, my wife and I have 11 children.
11人の子供たちです。
すごい。
Amazing.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
She has a big event coming up in December in Tokyo.
Oh,
and
great.
I will translate about that.
Yes, please.
はい、これは私の花八条20周年、そして芸能生活40周年のアニバーサリーの公演が12月23日にあります。
So in December 23rd, she's having a special concert to celebrate her 40 years with Kodo and 20 years of her own style. And this will be happening in Tokyo.
はい、若手、今の鼓動を構成している若い人たち、私は彼らの3人かかっても負けないくらいな年季が入ってますけれども、彼らと私で作り上げるスペシャルな舞台です。
So this is a very special concert where she is going to be collaborating with the young Kodo drummers. And she's going to put on just as much as a passionate and strong performance as these younger drummers as well.
はい、どうぞ見に来てください。鼓動の未知の公演もございます。
So please come and see it. Not only is there her concert, but also Kodo are performing Michi during the same 同じ日ですね。
違う日。
違う日ですか。
鼓動は
On the so from the 18th to the 22nd, Kodo will also be performing in Tokyo. So do not miss it.
What is the venue in Tokyo?
文京シビックホール
At the Bunkyo Civic Hall.
Is there going to be a big cake?
大きいケーキありますかね？
ありますよ、きっ
Certainly.
と。
Hopefully, great. We're going to get reset up real quick. A tour of some of the amazing taiko percussion instruments in their restful state with a living legend, Chieko Kojima. Thank you so much. Let's go check out the drums.
Yay.
All right. Okay, so now we're here with the legend, Chieko Kojima here, of one of the founding members of Kodo Taiko. And let's look at some of the instruments in their very restful state. What is the name of this taiko drum?
はい。古道ではこれは平胴太鼓と言います。
In Kodo, they call this a Hirado Taiko.
And I could see that a lot of, how deep is it? What is the size? And then I'll ask about the...
そう4尺、日本のスケールで言えば4尺。
Okay. So it is 4 shaku in... Okay, it's about 4 shaku, which is a Japanese system measurement. So it's about 120 centimeters
Okay,
in diameter.
great. So it looks like it's about 4 feet probably.
で幅はこれは普通よりも細いです。
It's a lot thinner than your average taiko, and hira means to be flat.
The big ones, yeah.
Usually they're much, much
Yeah,
bigger.
like the one over there in the barn. Yeah. Barn. It's a drum barn. And I can see that this must be an arduous process to put this together. Having worked with more traditional drums for 50 years, my whole life, well, not my whole life, but 50 years, how do you tune it? How do they know how to apply the head so that it has the note that they desire? Do they heat it until it reaches the note?
Okay. これ作るのはかなり大変でし
皮
ょう。
は牛です。
So it's made out of leather, cow leather.
Okay. And let's make sure we hear her.
でここに、まあ太鼓屋さんはここに、棒を差し込んで、
And they
ストレ
stretch.
ッチ
And then someone puts in the rivets. Very interesting.
でやりながらこうトーンを
And
測
as
っ
they
て
so as they push it and pull it in, they
Someone's-
keep on checking the tone.
Okay. And then is it so thick that the weather doesn't really change the tone that much?
Yes.
Okay. Because you could get in real close, please. I want you to show people how thick this is. It's almost like a rawhide at this point on the sides. In the mic.
Sorry,
Mic.
あんまりまあなんていうかすごく100% 綺麗にされてない。結構なんか皮っぽさがすごく残ってます。
実はまたもう一度緩んだらこれを外してまたここに、棒を刺してもう一度貼り直すためにこれ残してあります。
So they can't adjust it.
Yes, so if it does change tone and they need to tighten it again, they remove all of these and then they put in a stick basically in here
And
and then
stretch?
retighten it again to get it back to the correct.
How long does that process take?
時間的に
どのくらいですかね。多分早くて、まあ、1ヶ月ぐらいかな。でもずいぶん時間かかって半年ぐらいかかる時もありますよね。
In a fast case, it's about a month. It can take up to
Wow.
6 months to get it to the right tone.
Wow.
太鼓屋さんが忙しい時はとっても長くかかりますが。
And when the taiko makers are particularly busy, then it takes even longer.
Wow. So I have to suspect that the same thing with taiko drummers is the same commonality that more traditional drum set players have, and marching drummers, jazz drummers, rock drummers. We all love gear. And I am just as fascinated about the drums as I am the actual music of taiko drumming. That's why I wanted to show everybody this. So am I correct that taiko drummers are just as obsessive about the gear as traditional drummers?
ロックとか、いろんな種類のドラムの方は結構ギア、そういうもの、あったりしますか？
ありますよ。
Yeah.
ものす
Definitely.
もう
Great.
同じです。Yes.
It's all the same.
Wonderful. Let's come around this side, and Enja, everyone wave to Enja as she crosses the camera, my wonderful wife and babysitter. And you could, Chieko, you could just tell us one at a time what everything is, and Enjo will get close up so that everybody can see what we're looking at. The amazing instruments that you're seeing in this documentary, and if you're seeing this as a separate clip, it's a lot of the all of the performance videos that we're also posting from the Earth celebration event with Kodo. Just amazing drums.
これは昨日のねチャングですね、韓国のチャング。
So this is the Korean chango.
スペシャルに今回使っております。
And this is something we're using specially this time.
このスタイルが日本に昔きっと入ってきたと思うんですけれども、このようにロープで締める。先ほどのはビオでも止めてしまうんですけども、このタイプはほとんどはこの紐でチューニングします。
So it's the tension rope tuning system.
Yes, so this probably this type of chango actually came to Japan long ago, and it's very different from the type we just saw that is stopped with the rivets, because it can be tuned and changed with this rope.
締め
Oh,
たい。
I'm sorry, I have a question about that. What I noticed about the Korean drum body is you can clearly see it's unlike all the others, which are all cylindrical, even the shallow ones. Whereas this looks like the end of two dumbeks that were put together. What is the reasoning of the design of that? Does it affect the sound? Can you tune both sides differently? Or is it just aesthetics?
Okay. こちらがやっぱりこのチャングルが他にと違って、まっすぐではなくてこのちょっとくびれた形で、それちょっと理由ありますか？
はっきりと私は知らないんですけれども、日本に入ってきて昔の形はこのような形の太鼓がありました。
So I'm not entirely sure about why it has this particular shape, but this shape did come to Japan many generations ago.
Great.
で申し訳ないけどこれについてはあまり説明私ができないの
So she can't exactly explain about
That's
the chango because that's the Korean instrument. So
Do you know what kind of wood that is? I notice it is a different species of wood as well.
きっと霧じゃないかな。
it might be paulownia because it looks quite light.
Mhm. Yeah. Great. Okay, continue, please. Thank you.
でこれはですね獅子踊りっていう日本の民族芸能で使われている太鼓です。
So these are taiko used for shishi odori, a type of dance.
普通は牛、これは馬です。
So most of them are usually cow leather, but this one is horse.
And has this style of drum been around since the beginning of taiko, like some of those that certainly look more traditional, or is this more of a contemporary style taiko drum?
これも太鼓昔からあるものですか、またもうちょっと最近ですか？
これは昔からありまして、鼓動はこの太鼓別の作品に違うスタイルで使っています。
So this type of drum has been around for a long time, but Kodo uses it in a slightly different way from its original use.
Great. Thank you.
これは牛の皮ね。
Okay, and this one here is also cow leather, and you can tell from the
Oh.
difference in sound.
Yeah.
でこれは鼓動が新しく開発したもので、牛と皮を両面違う皮を貼っています。
Okay, and this one here is actually a drum that Kodo invented. It has two different kinds of leather on each
And I hear
side
the
to
different
get the
tones.
different tones.
Yeah,
奏で
beautiful.
奏でっていう曲。
And they call it a kanade? And they call it a kanade.
あとは
Wonderful.
これは大きいですね。
This one is really large.
この銅っていうんでしょうかね。これは桶、一つ一つの木を組み合わせて使ってますが、これはくり抜き、一本の木をくり抜いています。一本の木。これは
So the difference between these is these are done with several different pieces of wood put together.
These here?
Yes, these
Okay.
smaller ones. But this one is kurinuki, which means they've taken the tree as is and hollowed it out.
Yeah.
だいたい2つの種類がありますね、銅には。
So these are usually there's two different types of this do. So the one that is hollowed out and the one that is not.
Is it correct that the very large drums are all one piece, correct?
Yes.
That's amazing. Wait till you see this. Oh, that's not the camera. Wait till you see this really big one we're going to show you that's one piece of wood. And these fascinate me. I love how those look. They just have such a ancient look. Are those some of the first styles of taiko drums?
これはすごく興味津々
うん
あって、すごくなんか昔っていう感じがしますけど、これはもっとすごいなんか昔からとか、
はい、そうです。
オリジナルな。
はい、方角っていうところにも使ってますし、お祭りの太鼓でもありますし、高い音を出しますね。
So this is used in hogaku, which is the word for traditional Japanese music, and it is also then used for festivals, and so it has this high kind of festival-y tone.
これでやっぱり
It's piccolo compared to the others.
And like the other ones, you use the ropes to sort of tune it.
And is this the same, just a different size, right?
Yes, そうですね。
Okay.
Different size, but same style.
Great. Can we take a peek at those real quick? Can you tell us about those?
これ
Oops.
ね、まあ私たちは中太鼓と言っています。
So
Make sure the mic picks are
中
right.
太鼓
they
This is
call
中
this
太
a
鼓。
chudaiko, so a mid-sized taiko,
皮は牛、
and this is also cow leather.
Great.
銅はケヤキ。
And
Let's hear it. So much tone.
うん、
Yeah.
硬いよ。
it's very, very rigid.
Beautiful, beautiful. And these are made obviously the same way as the large one. One last peek. Can we see the really big Godzilla drum in there? Yeah.
一
Okay.
番大きい太鼓見てもいいで
All
す。
right. Follow us. Thank you for taking time to do this. Whoa. And this is all one piece, right?
これすべて一個から作った。
そうなの。これはすごい。日本にはもうね、このケヤキっていう材が
Look at the beautiful
もう
shell.
ないんです。
This type of keyaki drum, really you can't find it in Japan anymore.
はい。
Really? How old is some of these drums that are the larger ones? Are they quite old?
これ結構
うん
古い
古い太鼓
らい作ったかな。
ああ、でも10年ぐらいかな。
This one's about 10 years.
うん、たまたまその木があったんですね。
We're lucky enough to find the tree that they needed to make this kind of drum.
Do we know what kind of wood?
It's called a keyaki.
Keyaki?
ケヤキ。なんだろうね。
So I will look that up. for you.
Okay, I'm curious if it's indigenous to Japan or even narrowed down to a certain region of Japan.
オリジナル。
Yeah, it's original to Japan. Keyaki you can find around.
Okay, interesting.
でもね、もうこんだけ太いのは切っちゃいけない神木、神様の木だったりして、もうないですよ。
So it's very hard to get trees this size because often when they get to this size, they are then sacred trees, and so you
It's hard
cannot
to cut them down.
you
yeah.
cannot cut them
Hey,
down.
we're gonna make some drums.
ダメだね。
And Enja, if you could please back up and really get the scope of the size of this drum. I'm 6'8", and you can see. Wait, I got that backwards. I'm like 5'6". Now I'm like 5'7", and you could just see, even not including the stand that it's on, just the enormity of the size of this drum. And what's interesting is I think a lot of people don't realize, Chieko,
Yes.
how much power it takes for the drummer to get the sound out of the drum, right?
どれほどこの音を出すためにこの大きいドラムからどれほどの力がいるか多分普通の方はご存じない。
うんうん、そうね。やってみる
Would you like to try?
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay. This
I'm gonna
is.
go get the
the stick.
sticks
So-
for it.
I'm going to tell everybody a secret, okay? Can I get real personal with everybody real quick? So this is like one of my dreams. I played and produced a taiko recording about 30 years ago. And that was my only personal connection with playing some of the smaller drums. To see these is like, and be able to have the chance just to do some paradiddles or something. We'll see if I can even do that with the baseball bats she's going to give me. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to, thank you. So I can't do paradiddles because I got one stick, but let's see. I'm gonna do some dynamics for y'all, okay? Whoa, and I feel it. Do you hold it here, or here, or here? Where's the proper place? Okay. So you- Okay. And you of the stick, right? Wait, gotta get the stance, right? Bring the mic over here a little closer. I want them to hear it resonate. Watch this. Watch. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so
ありがとうございました。
Thank you. What advice do you have to young ladies and even young men who see taiko drumming being played? It's clear that it takes some rigorous training to get physically fit. What words of encouragement would you have to say, go for it, join a taiko troupe, get some training, try it out? What would you say to them?
もし若い方、太鼓をちょっと始めたい方、女性でも男性でも、なんか、そういう、その方々にお伝えたいことはありますでしょうか？
はい。そうね。太鼓にすごくハマってしまうくらい魅力的なものです。それは自分の体全体で使う、それがすぐに音になって響いてくる、その快感はもうやってみないとわからないです。
So it's really easy to get really into taiko drumming just because of the power you put in and the fact you just put all of your body into it. You've down into the sweat of your body, and so it is just one of the best things you can do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking so much time with us to tell your story, the story of your dance, the story of Kodo, introducing us to all the different variety of these wonderful instruments that create such amazing music. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。こちらこそ。
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And coming to you from the mountains of Sado Island in Japan, in the Sea of Japan, where they do their 2-year apprenticeship of training before they can actually be members of Kodo Taiko drumming. Watch for more coverage from the event. Oh, you people are still there, sneaking up on us? Wasn't that great? Yeah.